All right, guys. Hello and welcome to this lovely Monday evening. I hope you guys are ready to go. We've got another Hearthstone match for you right here from the HSEL 2018 Nationals. Hope you guys are excited. This is round 3 tonight. It'll be a pretty exciting time, and then we're going to have brackets later this week and then finals this weekend. But tonight, we're going to have Lorddrago versus SeaMoose. SeaMoose, I'm familiar with personally. He was in the winter finals, or sorry, the winter majors finals. I cannot remember, unfortunately, if SeaMoose won or not. I could go look that up, I'm sure. But I do know for a fact that he was part of it. So that's pretty cool to see him again. I know he's been around the HSEL for a little bit. Lorddrago, I'm not familiar with, but I know he's ripping and raring to go. These guys were already ready, so it shouldn't be any wait time at all. Let's get into it. Let me let the players know. They're patient enough to wait for me. Right. I think we've got a little bit more appropriate music than this as well. Go ahead and kick the good stuff on. No need for that background noise. We've got the good stuff here. Waiting on the players now. They've already done their bans and picks. SeaMoose, who should be our main perspective tonight, is going to be bringing Druid, Shaman, Warlock, and Warrior. However, his Warlock was banned, so it is going to be Druid, Shaman, and Warrior for SeaMoose. Lorddrago's side, we've got Warrior, Druid, Rogue, and Paladin, and his Druid was banned. So he is left with Warrior, Rogue, and Paladin. SeaMoose, once again, Druid, Shaman, Warrior, Lorddrago, Warrior, Rogue, Paladin. Should be a pretty good time. I'm excited to see Lorddrago's Rogue, which we get to see first. I'm excited to see SeaMoose's Shaman. I do hope that it is a Shutterwalk Shaman. I know people don't like Shutterwalk Shaman, but I think it's great to commentate for. One of my favorites, so hopefully some Shutterwalk Shaman will be in our future. Does look like it's going to be Odd Rogue. Very excited to see that. We'll have that upgraded hero power there. Gives him a huge early game advantage. However, against SeaMoose here, who looks like he's going to be playing Quest Warrior or just Taunt Warrior, early game, not exactly what you're needing against this warrior, unless you can be extremely aggressive. I say you don't need early game. You do need early game, but you need early game aggression. I don't know if the weapon will help him enough in this matchup, but we'll see how it does. It could be. It does not seem to be Quest Rogue. Thinking it could be some kind of Quest Rogue, but he played the Firefly first, so got to be pretty standard even Rogue, I would say. Or excuse me, odd Rogue. 3's an even number, isn't it, guys? Right? 3? 100%. Nothing too crazy going to be coming out from these players for a little bit, or at least from SeaMoose's side. Lorddrago are going to be starting to work on some damage as quickly as possible. as seen with the Cold Blood here, an easy trade into the Tar Slime. Allows him to go face with that bat, or with the bird. That Flappy Bird face going. Stealth, not what you wanted. Definitely probably would have preferred the Wind Fury, but Stealth going to be good enough to get that Flappy Bird into the next turn. SeaMoose drawing a lot of card draw, getting both of his Acolytes of Pain right now, but unfortunately just not able to play those. Probably would love to be able to play those, but with the Flappy Bird on board, you cannot ignore that at all. So we'll see how scary this gets. Potentially gets out of hand. So there we see he did use the weapon. However, it not in that regard wouldn't have made a difference having the extra 1 attack. So Baku not doing anything for him there specifically. SeaMoose trying to decide if he wants to start getting taunts in the way, or does he feel a little risky? Play an Acolyte of Pain here. Either way, I guess that Flappy Bird's going face, even if he puts the Stonehill Defender up. Unless he gets like a 2-drop taunt minion, which could have been possible. Could have gotten a 2-drop, 3 health taunt minion there. Is there a 2? Yeah, is there a 2 health, 2 mana, 3 health taunt minion? There's got to be, right? Flappy Bird, though, gets the Wind Fury. Gets the extra health, so now it's not at 1 health anymore, and it is healed up, and there's a taunt in the way. That Flappy Bird could get a little out of hand pretty quickly here. SeaMoose with a Brawl in hand, so that'll be quite nice, being able to handle the Flappy Bird. Unless he gets unlucky, got a 25% chance to be very unlucky. Does decide to go for the Brawl. Decides he's got to chance it. He's looking for that Flappy Bird. No! Gets unlucky. The 25% chance. Lorddrago. Lorddrago? Keeping his Flappy Bird on the board. Got a little bit more attack, a little bit more health, and a little bit more attack there off the Wind Fury. And the Leroy to come in, though. And that's going to put SeaMoose at 1 life. Is there any more damage in Lorddrago's hand? Oh, no, sorry, he already attacked. I apologize. So he already attacked. He can get 3 life. I didn't think he had. Thinking maybe he had a Deadly Poison in hand. Another Cold Blood. SeaMoose in a lot of trouble now. Got 2 Phantom Militias he could play. Warpath would clear as well, but it would leave him at 1 life because he can't actually use his armor. I think there's just no way you can leave up both. I feel like he has to Warpath here, and it just doesn't feel good at all. Cornered Sentry is a lot of health, but I guess you could trade both of these, right? Warpath, and then play the Cornered Sentry and Warpath again. But he does look like you just have to go with a full defensive Warpath play. Isn't able to get the Cornered Sentry, so does go with the 3 times Warpath. Leaves him with 1 health, as discussed, because he didn't have enough hero power there.
Well played.
I think Lorddrago giving him the well played, saying that's probably it. Got to have some kind of combo, right? There it is, the SI agent. Lorddrago going up 1-0 in the first game. Already clearing out that Rogue deck. I should have said that it is a Conquest format. So now Lorddrago will no longer have to play with that Rogue. We will be seeing SeaMoose's Warrior potentially again if he chooses to stick with it. It is Conquest format. As the players take just a second here to decide on their next game or decide on their next deck. Now, Lorddrago has to change decks. Played the Rogue deck. He's got to change decks. He has to play something else. It's either going to be his Warrior or his Paladin. SeaMoose has the option. He can decide. Does he want to change decks? Does he want to come back with the Warrior again? Just try to get through the Warrior. Maybe that's his weakest deck. Maybe he feels like he needs to get through that one first. We'll see what SeaMoose decides to do. Drago going to be the Warrior or the Paladin. And Warrior could go a couple ways. Could be Recruit Warrior. Could be Quest Warrior. We saw the Quest Taunt Warrior just now. From SeaMoose's side, Paladin probably going to be some sort of aggressive Paladin. Even or odd, or the Murloc variation. SeaMoose, though, we do see, does want to just kind of pound his head against the wall. Is going to play the Warrior. Waiting here, I believe, on Drago's mulligans. Oh, hey, it helps if I change the... You guys didn't miss anything. Don't worry. Nobody panic. It's a professional stream. And I didn't update the score. Professional stream, guys. All right, there we go. Lorddrago up 1-0. Didn't miss anything too crazy on the mulligans. Don't know why that's playing, though. There we go. All right. Guys, it's a professional stream. We got it all figured out. Pretty easy turn for SeaMoose there. Play the quest and pass. Oh, we're not even spectating Lorddrago. Was that way the whole time? Not even paying attention? Guys, what am I doing with my life? Hey, we can actually see what's in his hand now. I don't have to guess. Oh. All right. Pro tip, guys, don't cast Overwatch before you come and play Hearthstone. Don't do that. All right, so now we can actually see Lorddrago's hands. We learned our lesson, guys. Got a pretty nice opener, though. He's going to have a lot of one-drops. The raid leader going to be able to help him out, give him a ton of damage here. Lost in the jungle as well. Got some really sticky minions. SeaMoose does not have anything good in hand to stop this. No Warpath in hand. No Brawl, even though this doesn't feel like a board you want to brawl, but no Brawl.
Out of my jungle.
All right, sorry about that. Updating the stream. You guys are going to see that update in 10 minutes when I'm telling you that I messed up and I couldn't see Lorddrago's hand the whole time, and I apologize for that. Got some buffs here, though. Nice buffs from the veteran here. Able to get through the annoying Stonehill defender. Drago deciding, does he want to put more sticky minions on the board? He's got some sticky minions, or does he just want to get more bodies on the board while he's got the raid leader out? Easy hero power, though, I think. Gets you 1-1s for sure. Maybe an Argent Squire here, but decides to save it. Wants to have some refill. That's a good pickup right there for SeaMoose. Looking for some AoE right here. His next play, if not for that pickup, would have been Corrupted Sentry Tar Creeper, which does not feel good at all. Is able to use the weapon to not only get rid of the raid leader, but clear most of the board as well. Great, great pickup there on the weapon. Lorddrago, unfortunately, just now picking up level up. Would have saved him from the Blood Razor. Would he have been able to play it? I know he just got to turn 5, so he wouldn't have had the mana for it, so it wouldn't have mattered it was in his hand, but if he would have been able to play, it would have been scary. He was now trying to figure out how to clear again. Looks like he's going to play the Sentry first. He's going to take 1 damage on his Sentry to make sure that he clears off the extra 1-1s. Definitely worth it there with the Death Rattle. Free Stonehill just to get his quest up a little bit more. Coming into some really aggressive turns here. I like that he's got Azalina here. I'm curious if this is an Azalina deck. It could be. With the combo where you remove his deck and then swap the deck and then swap hands. Those of you who are a Kriparian fan or not would know that deck. It's an interesting deck. I don't think that's where we're going to see it here, but I like the card. I need to do some little research. Is this standard in Quest Warrior nowadays? No, it is not. It's not standard. I like this card, though. See what he does with it. Black Knight, a good card. I love the tech choice of a Black Knight. Not going to get very much use in this game, unfortunately. Wasn't able to wait for the turn 9 Dream of the Phantom Militia. Able to getting 3 quest hits off of 1 card. Really strong, but is able to get the 2 right there. Keeps his board nice and safe. A nice pickup right there, though, for Lorddrago as he plays it. Turn 7, draws the Vine Cleaver. Be able to handle an entire board of 4 health minions. More taunts for SeaMoose, but it's turn 8. You know what time that is? Time to bow to the Lich King and hope that you pray to your RNG gods as he gives you either a great card or a terrible card. We'll see which one it ends up being. Death Grip, a pretty strong card. Not as strong against the aggressive Druid here. For those of you who follow the HSEL, last night we had a great death grip. I won't spoil it for you. Go watch the VOD from last night's Hearthstone game. An amazing death grip.
Reporting for duty. Reporting for duty. Reporting for duty.
Got a lot of men here reporting for duty. We've got a full board here and the level up. So 8 mana, getting to play 6 3/3s right there. Very strong. SeaMoose here going to be digging for something. Gets a Battle Rage, can do even more digging. 2 mana, draw 4 cards. Feels good, man. Looking for maybe for some AoE here. Can't really trade very efficiently at all. Could have gotten a little bit of use out of the Black Knight. Probably the most use you're going to get. There's a Warpath right there. Warpath and Bloodraiser, both great pickups. Both of them given an opportunity to AoE the board here. I didn't even notice until he scrolled over it there, but the Dry Whisker Armorer, big help right here. 2 mana, 2 teal, heal me for 12. Yes, please. Even looked like he considered the Death Grip. Scrolled over it, maybe just a quick hover. Decides to go with the Hero Power instead. Gonna decide here if he wants to trade. I would figure that you do trade just because I think it's easier for him to buff minions than for you to buff, but decides not to. Just going to let him waste his attacks. Doesn't want to take any more damage to the face. A great healing turn for SeaMoose there, though. Back up to 19 armor now. Feeling really good. A divine favor of the gods. Divine indeed. Gets a 3 mana, draw 8? 3 mana, draw 9. A almost maxed out divine favor right there. Absolutely astounding. Gets both of his weapons right there as we hear him activate. Let's see what the buffs are on those, if I can even scroll through them. Minions 1 attack is nice. Minions taunt. Minions taunt not as good there. SeaMoose milling at least 1 card here, thanks to the Lich King Army of the Dead. Army of the Dead could be a very strong card inside of a Taunt Warrior deck as well. Gets to use the Bloodraiser here very efficiently, clears the board again.
How long can this go on?
Is able to finally complete the quest, though. Puts that Sulfuras in hand.
Can this go on? Job done.
Still at a comfortable 27 health.
Hand is full.
We knew Lorddrago was going to be full here, thanks to that glorious divine favor. Going to be on a clock now, though. Going to be out of cards soon, as well as going against a Taunt Warrior. And you do not want to let a Taunt Warrior get easy Ragnaros hits off.
Out of my jungle.
Look like Lorddrago trying to buff up or beef up the board here. Probably going to go for a buff. Potentially this turn. He is going to go for it this turn. I think this might be. This is overly aggressive. I think this is what he wants. I think this is his plan. He wants to be aggressive here, but we haven't seen either one of SeaMoose's brawls. And after removing the original level up, I think I would be comfortable using a brawl. Fortunately, SeaMoose does have Warpath. He does not have brawl in his hand, as we can see, but does have Warpath and draws another. So plenty of ways to clear this up. Only 6 mana to clear this whole board. Got 4 mana left over. We'll have even enough time to play another Chain Gang. Maybe replace. Maybe even... Oh, excuse me, 4 mana. So he's going to have 6 left over. Might even be able to play the Army of the Dead here now. Skips the Army of the Dead. Wants to go for the Sulfuras. Wants to put the pressure on now. Opts not to heal himself, but definitely wants to do 8 damage to Arthas's face. Here we go now. SeaMoose with the pressure. Lorddrago does have Baku right there. So he's able to get it out. Kind of a tough card to play. 9 mana, 7/8. Not what you want, obviously, but you do eventually have to play it. The 1/1s are pretty easy to remove. The Righteous Protector could be a little bit more so. If the Righteous Protector wins this brawl, it could be a little frustrating. And that is indeed who wins. Is this the Caster's Curse? I apologize, guys. SeaMoose, my bad, man. Messed up the Flappy Bird and the 1-1. However, you did hit the 50-50 on this one, SeaMoose. So he goes to the dome with the Sulfuras. Only 4 off lethal right now, with plenty of health himself.
The light dims, but we
Another Righteous Protector lowering the odds of that Ragnaros hit, even more so. However, a Warpath guarantees lethal right here. So currently right now, SeaMoose feeling good, and that should do it. SeaMoose should be able to take this one home here. A double Warpath into a hero power. And Lorddrago had a lot of board presence that whole game, but going up against the Taunt Warrior is just rough. That's a tough fight, and SeaMoose was able to draw the board clears and have him in hand when he needed it. Played efficiently, didn't even have to swing his weapon. A lazy Garrosh back here, using the hero power to take Lorddrago out. Puts him tied back up now, 1-1. All right, without too much delay, the third round is starting. Don't forget, this is a best of 5. It is Conquest format, so it forces you to be best of 5. So you've got to win 3 games. Both of these guys tied at 1 each right now. SeaMoose looks like bringing his Druid. Lorddrago going back to that Paladin. Doesn't want to give up on it quite yet. Going to try to give it another shot here. SeaMoose looks like he's bringing a Taunt Druid. Is what it looked like, or Recruit Druid. I'm not sure if I'm as familiar with this deck as I probably should be. I'm going to try to do some research on the back end right here, but looking like Taunt Druid to me. That's my get-go, just because of the cube.
Reporting for duty.
Looks like I'm probably correct that it is Taunt Druid. I haven't seen Dragon Hatcher in it, I don't think. That's just for the really big 912 or the 412 dragon, I guess. What other dragons do you have in this deck? You know what, guys? We're going to do some learning while we do some casting here today. Got Taunt Druid up. Not too great of a start for SeaMoose. Unfortunately, no wild growths in hand. Didn't even get a... Oh, he does have a Nourish, though, so Nourish will be good in a couple turns with that coin in hand. But yeah, going second, no wild growth for Druid. Doesn't feel good, man. Lorddrago off to another strong start here with his upgraded hero power in the raid leader. There's the wild growth. Unfortunate for SeaMoose. It's just 1 turn back. Does have the opportunity to play it here, though, after playing the Spellstone. Going to decide if it's worth to upgrade his mana or to just hero power into the 1/1s. But yeah, I think we all know the answer to that. It's upgrade your mana.
Reporting for duty.
More free 1/1s for Lorddrago here, with the Maul giving him a couple. It's a lot of poke damage right there. SeaMoose going to need a swipe. Would love to be able to play that Primordial Drake. He's going to go for the Nourish instead now. We're showing 7 damage on the board right now for Lorddrago. Coming into turn 5, so SeaMoose should know, even be worried about level up right now. But we can obviously see that level up is happening. Opts for the mana play there. Might even armor up here. I potentially could coin and Ferocious Howl. Might just hero power and trade. Does look like he is going to do the Ferocious Howl play, though. Feels like he's going to take that turn, get a little bit of extra draw, a little extra health right there. He knows he's got the Primordial Drake coming out next turn thanks to the ramp right there. This is going to be a huge turn for Lorddrago. That is 18 damage, right? Is that 21? It's 23, actually. That is lethal, so I couldn't even do math ahead of time. So SeaMoose, unfortunately, not able to stay alive long enough. He's taken out very quickly right there by Lorddrago's Paladin. Turn 5. That'll do it. Lorddrago goes up 1-0. Lorddrago with only his warrior left. SeaMoose still bouncing back and forth between the Druid we just saw and his Shaman that we have yet to see. We'll see if he decides to change it up or not. Congratulations, though, to Lorddrago on that one, taking it very quickly there. A extremely strong level up. Give him a huge 5 mana, 14 damage burst. That's almost as good as the Force of Nature Savage Roar combo from back in the day. All right, coming back into this 4th game here. Potentially the final one. We're going to see if SeaMoose can stick it out and take it to a 5th one here. Lorddrago up 2, SeaMoose up, or down 1, excuse me. We are going to get to see SeaMoose's Shaman here. Have not seen it yet. This looks like to be some sort of control Shaman. I think Shutterwalk is the go-to favorite right now. See if he's bringing that or not. I do think that's what it is. Some sort of combo Shaman I'm not familiar with. I think it's like the combo Shutterwalk variant. We shall see. Bog Shaper throwing me off a little bit. Okay, there is the Shutterwalk. So officially the Shutterwalk deck. So now we know. Looks like Lorddrago's Warrior is also a Taunt Quest Warrior as well. You can see that now. See what he gets off the far side. Gets a Black Knight. You know, Black Knight, a card that has been around from the beginning, goes in and out of the meta. I'm glad it's here now. I like the dark Black Knight, but could you ask for a better far sight onto a Black Knight than when you're playing against Taunt Warrior? You know that you're going to have a guaranteed value hit on this Black Knight, and it's going to be fantastic. A little bit of a textual glitch there as the Serenite Chain Gang wants to be just a little bit bigger than he should be. Shouldn't be too much of an issue there. SeaMoose setting up real nice, it looks like, already. Got the Gluttonous Ooze, I think. It's going to be a great play here against the Warrior. Got the Black Knight, which has just got to feel good against Taunt Warrior. Got the Hex if somebody really big gets out of hand. See, Lorddrago also running Darius Crowley. Not a card that I've seen too much. I like it, though. It's a strong card. Takes a little bit of damage on his own Chain Gang, but easy enough to clean up these totems right there. Leaves 1 totem on the board, but gets the board presence or board control back. SeaMoose going to be just stalling until we can get to the rest of the Shutterwalk combo here. Like I said, just waiting for that combo. Able to just take a hero power here. Pass his turn. Yep, that is what he decides to do. Just going to ride it out. Lorddrago able to get a clean Crowley here. Does decide to take 1 damage on the Crowley, thinking he can heal it back. Saves the extra health point on his Serenite Chain Gang. So a 5 mana 6/5 that grows. Not anything to be laughed at right there. Like he's got a Drake in hand as well. Yep, get a little quick peek through on Lorddrago's hand here. Plenty of removal right now. Brawl, Execute, Warpath. Not exactly what you're needing. Second Warpath, actually, against the Shutterwalk Shaman. Not exactly what you're looking for, but SeaMoose really thinking through, playing a long control deck, a long control combo deck. Make sure you get all the value out of it when you can. Besides, Hex is worth it here. I would agree with you, SeaMoose. I think you with that Black Knight in hand, man. I think if anybody's worrying here with the taunts, you got him. Most of the rest of his cards in his deck are going to be taunts, so I think you can handle him with the Black Knight. More removal for SeaMoose there. Volcano, Lightning Storm. Could use a Wild Pyro in there. Got some stall with a Glacial. But a lot of options in hand on what he decides on how he, wants to go down what path. I'm not 100% familiar with this card. A Bog Shaper. Okay. This seems... Oh, okay, never mind. I read it wrong. It's not a card that I see very often. I'm not crazy familiar with it.
I wonder.
I think SeaMoose is probably deciding here, yeah, is it worth the weapon charge for the ooze? Because it's going to kill 2 of his minions by doing that. And also, I think maybe just deciding against maybe that or like a lightning strike and saving the ooze. Could use that ooze on Sulfurous. You know it's coming for sure, but got some good value out of that for sure. Good Primordial Drake there for Drago. On turn 8, gets 2 kills right there. Big and annoying. I assume we're going to see the Black Knight here shortly. Going to get another Farsight opportunity here. More AoE for SeaMoose. He's got an expensive Volcano and a cheap one. Could even be saving actually that Black Knight for Lich King, knowing that Lich King has to be in here.
What to do? None.
Does decide to go for it, though. Black Knight onto the Primordial Drake. Not going to have it for Lich King later. We can see that Lorddrago not having Lich King in hand right now, but it's time to start getting back a little bit of board control. Plays the Glacier. Freezes him up. Going to be an easy trade with that 2-1. If it survives. Got some, yeah, let's say Blood Razor's Warpath. Probably not going to go surviving through too much, but gonna use and invest and execute onto this Black Knight now. Thinking about it, decides against it. Hero powers up, passes. Now we're gonna go with the Bog Shaper. Let's see what we can draw out of his deck. I haven't seen many of the Shudderwalk combo pieces, unless I'm not understanding the combo. Gets even more card draw out of his deck. Sorry about that. Trying to update some things. SeaMoose not able to get too much value, unfortunately, out of the Bog Shaper. Was able to get handled there by Lorddrago. Got at least 1 card draw out of it, using the Earth Shock to great avail right there, killing the Rotten Applebum without giving any heal right there. Gets his other Hex, so now he'll be able to handle that Lich King. Because we don't have the Black Knight anymore, but he does have a Hex. Lich King going to be able to get at least a little bit of value here by generating 1 card, but I assume we'll see a very quick Hex come out of SeaMoose here. Get Anti-Magic Shell? He did. Pretty good card there for Taunt Druid. Or sorry, Taunt Warrior, excuse me. I think I've said that a couple times.
What to do?
Got a lot of options there, Thrall. What to do indeed. Surprised, actually, he's hesitant on the Hex, which I don't disagree with. There's a reason I don't play in Hearthstone tournaments anymore. Looks like he's actually not going to go with the Hex. Wants the Volcano. Okay, I see what's in your head now. Doesn't care about losing this spell damage at all. Gets 3 draws out of his Acolyte guaranteed. Wipes the board. Gets to keep the Hex. Liking the play quite a bit there. Gets to even play a Wild Pyromancer afterwards. Draws Hagatha. Only got about 10 cards left in SeaMoose's deck right there. Hagatha with her awesome hero power. So he's not playing the Shudderwalk combo Shaman that I'm familiar with. Hoping SeaMoose can teach me a thing or 6 here. I'm going to stop my best to stop theorizing now. More card draw right there. A little bit more stall. SeaMoose just trying to get to the bottom of his deck. Only, like I said, only has 8 cards left. Going to play the Mana Tide Totem, so he's only going to have 6 left at the beginning of his next turn. Lorddrago now just seeing how to proceed. Still trying to get some more taunt minions. He is at 6 of 7 right now on the quest. Only has to play 1 more taunt minion to get that quest done. Doesn't have any in hand, however. Only has armor generation and some removal. Uses the removal very effectively there. Wins the 25%. SeaMoose getting unfortunately unlucky with some of the RNG today. SeaMoose now with a ton of options on how to remove that. I'm unfamiliar with intricately how to play this deck, so I'm not sure if he wants to play Hagatha. Start generating some spells.
I wonder.
I think there's a lot of cards that we can expect him not to play. He actually might even play Earthshock. I don't see him playing Healing Rain or Elemental. Yeah, or Healing Rain again, or Hex, or Volcano, or Lightning Storm. Does decide to go with the Earthshock here. Good ordering as well. Tried to get the Spell Power Totem first. And just decides to go with the Earthshock. So, I mean, really just looking through his hand is a very valuable, efficient hand. He just is really going to have to find the best time to play those cards, and none of those cards seem to have the best time right there for that poor Tar Creeper. Going ahead and just getting rid of the armor right there because he wants to use the anti-magic shell. So sacrificing a little bit of health gain right there to have a pretty significant board. Can't be entirely cleaned up by the Volcano. There is 20 health on board right now. You could do a Lightning Storm and a cheap Volcano. That would definitely clear it. You could even Hagatha and Volcano, and that would clear it. Maybe get Hagatha rolling here with his having the hero power active. Wild Pyromancer, Lightning Storm does not clear unless you get a Spell Power Totem, and even then, you'd have to hit a 50-50 on top of it. Is just going to go with the Lightning Storm Volcano play here, so saving that Hagatha. Had the opportunity to play Hagatha there for sure, but definitely save it. Next turn, however, going to be a scary one for him with only 5 mana going into next turn now. Or sorry, 6 mana. He's got a 4 mana lockout. Lorddrago, though, has that Sulfuras in hand. He's going to start being able to throw those Ragnaros bolts all over the place. SeaMoose going to have to protect himself a little bit. I think going to maybe drop the Wild Pyromancer here just for a potential 2 mana heal for 8. Decides against it, however, though. Wants the value of that Wild Pyro later. Here we go. Die, Insect, die. SeaMoose only going to be able to take a couple more of those. We do see that he's got some Healing Rains in hand. That'll stall for quite a bit longer here. Got the Glacial Shard as well. Able to slow down that extra damage from the Sulfuras. Nice healthy rain back up to 27 right there. Keeping him nice and safe, though, at a large enough health pool that you don't have to worry about too much getting zerged down by this Taunt Warrior here. Oh, I apologize for having the mouse there. Wants to guarantee that he's getting this extra 8 damage every turn, so uses that Warpath. Not a scary board there for SeaMoose, but guarantees now having it clear that Drago will definitely hit the face for 8. Using the Warpath there for extra damage. SeaMoose with his other Manatide Totem. Got to be a little careful. With only 3 cards remaining, if I was Lorddrago and I see him play a Manatide Totem, I almost just leave it. I almost just don't attack that and just leave it there. He's going to be drawing 2 cards per turn. The combo is coming. He's going to have every card in his deck. So if it's a 1-turn combo, then I am just ignorant to myself because I'm not intelligent. And I understand SeaMoose's play. Otherwise, I'm probably completely wrong. If it's a 1-turn combo, then SeaMoose has got this. But otherwise, a Manatide Totem, though. All right, there's the Life Drinker. Finally, are both Life Drinkers in the bottom of this deck? I don't see Grundle either. For the combo that I'm used to. I know only 1 Life Drinker. He's going to be able to easily... I mean, he's going to have to get the combo rolling now. He's going to show me what this is. Show me what's up, SeaMoose. Has that second Hex remaining there for the second Prime Drake. Gonna have some big minions, though, coming out from Lorddrago. He's got the Dire Horn coming out right now. 5/5 Dire Horn. some adaptations on there. Re-attack a nice one. Gonna try to put the clock on SeaMoose even faster here. SeaMoose about to draw his last card in the deck. Did not leave the Manatide up, however. Took the Manatide out right there. The final card is Grumble. Okay, so the last card in the deck was Grumble, unfortunately, for SeaMoose. So I am familiar with this deck. He just got a little unlucky, and we didn't see a lot of the cards. He's going to have a nice 7/7 taunt in the way, though. Not very much health left, though. 24 health. And no more cards. Once again, I think if Lorddrago would have left that Manatide totem up, could be a different story right now. Going to be up to Lord here to end the game fairly quickly. He's going to start taking tons of damage from the Shutterwalk combo.
Nice little raptors.
You can see SeaMoose here. Going to be able to play 2 Shutterwalks, so he'll be healing for 6 thanks to the Life Drinker. But there is 16 damage on the board right now. So that's a scary fight. Or a scary thought. Able to kill off his minions here. Gonna try to play the Murmuring Elemental here to get 2 Shutterwalks off. And here we go. I'm not even gonna try to theorize what's happening. We're just gonna watch. Claws that bite. Ooh, some great freezes right there. Oh, and the Black Knight is so gross. I completely forgot about the Black Knight. The Black Knight is going to be a disgusting card for SeaMoose. And the freezes are so strong. Unfortunately, hit the same minion while frozen. I didn't know that could happen, but hits the Black Knight again on a great minion. So a little unfortunate that they stacked with the freezes and the Black Knight. But I think Lorddrago knows that is the end. So choose death he will. And SeaMoose becoming a level 60 Shaman with that win as well, as you saw down there in the bottom. So congrats to SeaMoose. Taking it to a Game 5. It is now 2-2 in this best-of-5 match in Conquest. SeaMoose going to be left with his Warrior and Lorddrago, or excuse me, his Druid. Lorddrago going to be left with his Warrior. A nice game all the way down there to the end. I loved the Shutterwalk integrations with the Black Knight. I haven't seen that. I haven't watched Shutterwalk decks in a while. So that was super awesome to see. And unfortunately, just a very, very strong counter to the Taunt Warrior deck. So here we are, though. 2-2, guys. The final match right now. Who's going to take it? Lorddrago with his Taunt Warrior, or SeaMoose with the Taunt Druid. Those should be fun decks. I love to see control deck versus control deck play out. Every single decision matters. I did get a thank you for the update in chat. Shout-outs to the chat for informing me that one of the reasons, I can't remember the name of the card, that SeaMoose has the card that pulls dragons from your deck, that recruits dragons, is also for Primal Drake. So that's a good call. I completely forgot about Primal Drake. Definitely knew it was a staple of the Druid, but kind of just forgot that it was a dragon since pretty much everybody runs it. Another good Taunt Druid, another Taunt Dragon that can get pulled out of the deck. Was having a little bit of confusion for myself earlier. Fortunately for SeaMoose, once again, no wild growth on turn 2. These first few rounds here will be a little slow to play out. Both will be pretty standard, back and forth. Lorddrago opting to go for the draw here instead of just playing a random 2-6. Makes sense. SeaMoose without much to play on turn 3. Could coin potentially an Oaken Summons to get his other Ironwood Golem out of his deck, but gonna save the coin. Gonna hero power up again. Unfortunate for SeaMoose. Still no ramp in sight. There is a Naturalized right there for SeaMoose, so some really good hard removal for late game once most of the cards are have gone through. Taunt Warrior's got so much draw anyway. There's the free Oaken Summons right there without wasting the coin, so he will have the other Ironwood Golem in hand that he'll have to play, so a little unfortunate that he doesn't get the free 3/6 right there, but at least gets one of them for free. There is finally the Wild Growth. Unfortunately, on turn 5. Has he had that Nourish the whole time? Have I been blind to the Nourish? If so, kind of surprised he didn't coin the Nourish out, actually, and he played the Oaken Summons instead, but could have been blind. Could have had that the whole time. Either way, he's got it now. Nourish will be played for 2 more mana. Also be able to Wild Growth if he wants to on top of it. Decides to go for the Hero Power instead, however. Could have Wild Growth just to get to turn 9 or 10 quicker, but with no 9 or 10 mana cards in hand, doesn't feel the need to, so just going to save that Wild Growth for some draw. Lorddrago showing off the power of Darius Crowley again. Still a card I'm unfortunately personally just not very familiar with. I don't know if this is a tech choice by Drago or if it's something I've just been out of the meta for, but a great card, been really efficient for him so far. SeaMoose a little worried that could get out of hand, thinking about the swipe, thinking about maybe just playing the naked Ironwood Golem there. Also turn 8, so he does have the Primal Drake, but it's a pretty awkward one, because it does not kill anything at all. Does decide to go with the swipe and the Golem both. Just going to play the naked Golem. Had to get rid of that Crowley, though. Just too scary. Looking for some good taunts here. Nothing too crazy. Another Sentry. Lorddrago on turn 7 only at 3 taunts as well, so he'll be fine on turn 9 with Phantom Militia. He'll be able to get 3 of those, so really only needs to play 1 taunt minion next turn, and he will be on pace to have Sulfuras by turn 9, playable by turn 10. SeaMoose now deciding, going to go ahead and play the Drake. Nothing else really in hand that he can play. He's got Witching Hour, but nothing too crazy has died off yet. Saving that Wild Growth for next turn for the draw. No use for the coin, unfortunately, and double Naturalize. Not super efficient for what he's going against right now.
Nice little raptors.
Going to give plenty of Raptors over to SeaMoose, but takes them right back away with that Blood Razor. Nice little 8-mana combo there, getting a couple of 2/5s and a weapon on board. SeaMoose picking up the Lich King, opting not to draw first, feeling confident that the Lich King will be absolutely played. Which I would probably agree with you, SeaMoose. I think Lich King's probably automatically getting played. Does, however, get Branching Paths, so had some opportunities there for some different options. Could have Wild Growth into a Branching Paths of some sort, but Lich King down, gives him his first Death Knight card, and it is Death Coil. Second Prime Drake here for Lorddrago. Not going to be able to remove that Lich King, so going to get some value off of it for SeaMoose's side. Going to get at least a couple of Lich King cards. Even has the cube here as well. I don't know if we want to cube the Lich King, but potentially an option. Could just Naturalize as well. Still 16 cards left in Lorddrago's deck, though. No worries about getting to the end or fatigue or anything of that nature. Really taking his time, deciding how he wants to clear this board off. Looks like scrolling between Death Coil and the Spellstone. Could use the Naturalize, like I was saying earlier. Decides to go with the cube play, it looked like. No, maybe a mistake. So he was about to grab the cube. That would have been unfortunate. Decides to go ahead with the heal on the Death Coil, actually. Doesn't use it for offense. Keeps his Lich King alive again. Maybe another day to coil it, or to cube it then, perhaps. It was a very good, thought-out play. Gets another Death Coil in its place, actually. Did we get any good taunt minions for Drago here? Actually decided not to go with the Spiteful Militia last turn due to pressure, but was still able to get the quest completed. Am I thinking of the right name? Phantom Militia. I said Spiteful. Phantom Militia. Does have Sulfurous. Does decide to play it over the Blood Razor right there. Goes for the Ragnaros 50-50 and hits the Lich King. I think that was the better target right there. A nice shot on the 50-50. No more cube target, unfortunately, for SeaMoose. And fortunately, just not much to play. I think we're going to see some branching paths for card draw here. So there's unfortunately just not too much in SeaMoose's hand that is playable. There's a Sleepy Dragon, one of the big taunt minions. And a Ferocious Howl as well to heal him up quite a bit right there. Even, ooh, that was a good. Procced the Spellstone off of the draw, so that was nice. Automatic upgraded Spellstone right there. Just wants to get the coin out of hand right there. Make sure not to mulligan anything. Hero powers up. Doesn't even want to attack into the turtle. Here comes Lorddrago's Lich King now. See if it sticks around on the board any longer or shorter than SeaMoose's did. And have those fireballs come in every turn as well. In a Death Grip for Lorddrago. That could go badly for SeaMoose. Ooh, picked up a Dragon Hatcher, though. That is a nice pickup right there. I think he's played one Drake, and he's got the other Sleeping Dragon in hand. So this is really only going to be able to pull one more Dragon, I believe. I think it's just the Primal Drake. But the Death Coil could go badly. We still have not seen Hadronox or Master Oakheart. Some big legendary minions that I feel like I would see in Taunt Druid. There's the last Drake, I believe. Lorddrago picking up an Execute right there. That'll be nice for him. Does go ahead with the Death Grip. What does he pull? Gets Hadronox. And there's the Hadronox, unfortunately, that SeaMoose would have wanted. But Hadronox is going to be extremely powerful in Lorddrago's deck, as well as it summons Taunt minions. And, of course, he's playing Taunt Warrior. So extremely unfortunate for SeaMoose right there. SeaMoose going to need to end this game quicker than he probably wanted to now. Consistent with the fireballs. I would like to say that they've all gone face also, I just realized. Done 24 damage. Taking a lot of time to decide how to use his mana on this turn. Completely okay. This is going to be one of the most deciding turns of the game right here, I think, depending on how he starts playing out this next turn or two.
Time waits for no one.
Now he's on the rope. He's got to make some decisions quick here. Looking at the cube even, maybe. Wants to clear the board, start pushing a little bit of damage in here. Quickly moving through, gets the Spellstone off, attacks face, and cubes up the Drake, it looked like. Wants to make sure he's got Taunt minions in the background ready to go. Fortunately, not able to... oh, didn't have any more mana left. I was going to say not able to heal power, but didn't have any more mana. And here comes Lorddrago's Hadronox. He has a ton of Taunt minions on the board, including Lich King and 2 Primal Drakes. So when that Hadronox dies, it is going to be a scary feat. SeaMoose is going to do his best to ignore it. Plays the Sleepy Dragon and goes around it. That's really all he can do, now realizing that he does not have his own Hadronox in his deck. Warpaths now coming out from Lorddrago, perhaps even to kill off his own Hadronox. Good turn of events, right, or a good order of events right there. Make sure to break the cube first, then brawls. Lorddrago doesn't even care if his Hadronox dies right here. He kind of wants it to. Gets his whole board filled back with some taunt minions right there. Incredibly strong. Excuse me. Oh, got a little unlucky. Didn't get his second Primal Drake. But did get the Lich King. And a whole swarm of other taunt minions. SeaMoose now really going to have to try his best to recover here. I think we're going to see a Naturalize onto the Lich King for sure. Gonna remove some things with Death Coil. Not too bad. He's got some more draw with his Wild Growth there. Gloom Eater could be powerful here. None of those minions having very much attack at all. Unfortunately, Witching Hour not going to resum Hadronox and gets double countered. Hadronox not able to come back because it's friendly beasts only and actually only gets a 1-1 from the Raptors earlier. So Taunt Warrior hard countering this Taunt Druid, unfortunately enough. A lot of cleanup coming out right there. A little help from the Death Knight cards. An Execute and a Fireball later. SeaMoose down to his last life here with only 7 HP remaining. Lorddrago trying to clinch this match home now. I'm getting relayed information from the chat that both of these players are 2-0. So unfortunately, trying to go undefeated. SeaMoose has to give out the concede. Gets hit by the Raptor again. The Witching Hour backfiring on him. Absolutely hard countered. You hate to see it, but that is the way Hearthstone goes. Sometimes it comes down to how you pick and play your decks. Congratulations to Lorddrago taking that one 3-2. Hard knocks for SeaMoose, but great games all around. Very fun to watch, and appreciate you guys very much for letting us spectate that one. I do think that is going to do it for us here at the Varsity Network HSEL 2018 Nationals tonight, guys. In and off each night with Hearthstone. Be sure to give this channel a follow, though, and come back for the rest of this week, July 7th through the 14th, as you see on your screen right there. Be running games all week long. We've got brackets coming up at the end of the week, finals this weekend, League of Legends, CSGO, Overwatch, Rocket League, and Hearthstone. You can check them all out right here on Varsity Network. If you guys want to play, be sure to check them out as well. If you're a high school student, they are giving out thousands and thousands of dollars in scholarship prize money. It's an awesome way to get going into college. It's absolutely fantastic. So be sure to check out HSEL, High School Esports League.com. And I think VarsityNetwork.com as well. Check that one out as well. All the links are also underneath the stream, so be sure to check all those out. And I'm going to be out of here for the night, guys. My name was Twess. You guys can find me on Twitch and Twitter at Twess_TV. Hope you guys enjoyed the commentary. I'll be back on Wednesday to do some more commentary. You guys are going to be in great hands, though. Tomorrow, they've got all those games still coming right here on Varsity Network. Be sure to tune in, guys, all week, starting at noon Central tomorrow, 1 p.m. EST. Hope you guys have a great night, and I'll see you all on Wednesday. Enjoy the rest of your games tomorrow and for all the rest of the week.